Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Napoleon. And this is Ridley Scott's latest historical epic and biopic focusing on Napoleon Bonaparte, played by Joaquin Phoenix, and his Empress Josephine, played by Vanessa Kirby. This film is a bit of a mixed bag, and I have a lot of feelings. And starting off, I think Ridley Scott really directs the hell out of these action sequences. Any of the battle scenes are incredibly staged, so well shot. Dariusz Wolski, who is the cinematographer who's done so many of Scott's films, everything pitch perfect. Tonally, a bit over the place. Because these battle scenes, it's extremely intense and serious. And then a lot of this movie is just weird, horny, and just off the wall. And I laughed so much watching this movie. And it is so weird. And Napoleon is such a weird character. And you have this dichotomy of like the serious battle scenes and then this weird-ass, horny crap going on in every other scene. And you're just like, I don't know if this all fits together well, but I'm having a good time. This is 2 hours and 38 minutes, and it does feel it. This definitely was losing some energy towards the end, especially as we're getting up to, Waterloo. And you're just like, Napoleon, we know you lose. Maybe it's time to wrap up a little bit quicker. But it does start feeling its length at points in the film. And honestly, once Vanessa Kirby wasn't in the film anymore, it really started to feel that way. Which also, that's a lot of praise to her and what she brought with the character of Josephine and how much of a big essential piece to this film she is. Even though I feel like they underutilized her as a character, her presence was felt so well in this film. And Vanessa Kirby is strong. She has mean, just intense mommy energy in this movie. And Josephine had Napoleon wrapped around her finger. And boy, did she make him crumble at any given moment. And Joaquin Phoenix gives an incredible performance in this film as this man-child, just weird dude with mommy issues who just melted in front of this strong woman whenever she asserted herself over him, but also doesn't really do well with social situations, is awkward and also hilarious at times, and Joaquin Phoenix just balances all these things so well. I thought it was an incredible performance. It was doing so much. I do feel like it's probably going to get overlooked this year in terms of awards, but like I nominate him because there's very few actors that could have made this particular character come to life in the way that it needed to, and he nailed it at every turn. I do feel like the film did lack. I feel like it could have focused a little bit more on him as this military genius, which is, why we remember Napoleon in the first place. But you do see him in action, and I guess you could glean that, but it would have been, I feel like parts of it is a bit lacking. The fact that there is a 4-hour cut of this that's definitely coming to Apple TV Plus, you could definitely tell that they skate over some things. There's some hanging threads that you could definitely feel like they cut this down to 2 hours and 38 minutes. Be interesting to see the full version in its entirety in 4 hours, but I do feel like this film definitely was rushing through certain things. It spans a long period of time, but also this film's also brutal. Where it's really horny and weird at times, it is unbelievably brutal and unrelenting at others. Like the way that they show violence in this film, doesn't pull punches. Just putting that out there. It's like Mel Gibson level, not pulling punches in terms of showing violence. This film is fascinating. Napoleon as a historical figure is fascinating. This film, I do feel like There's definitely things about it that are shaky. One thing is the music that I feel like just really hammers home the feelings of the film, and Martin Phipps, who's the composer, does a great job. But so many things are crazy good about this film, and there's so many things that are incredibly frustrating about it. In the end, I still had a fun time, but I could definitely see where people were just like, this is too much for me. But you know what? Some of those things that were definitely were too much, but too much fun not to enjoy. This film is weird. It is a strange... I can't think of another war film or biopic that a period piece that is so weird as this film. But I enjoyed it quite a bit. So in the end, I liked it. I'd recommend it. But just be prepared. Listen to everything that I said. And if it paints a picture of like, yeah, I'm not going to like this, you're probably right. But those are my thoughts on Napoleon. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.